It's your Fast Life Motorcycle channel, and this is part of my Carlisle's Picks rider training series. And today I want to talk to you about a tip about how to get your knee down, or more so, how to get your knee down better or the correct way. So one of the things that I'm practicing, I'm working on, now I can definitely get my knee down for sure. As you can clearly see, and these are not knee protection, by the way, as some people think. That's actually my lean angle indicators. I'll talk more about that in another video. But if you're already getting your knee down, there's another technique which is the correct way to do it. So getting your knee down just means you're leaning enough that you can literally touch your knee, or rather your knee sliders, to the ground. However, one of the things that is going to make it difficult and is going to make it a sloppy endeavor for you is something that I'm working on, which is there is a war going on for new riders who are just getting into getting that maximum lean angle. And the war is between left wrist, right wrist, left wrist, right wrist, flick of the wrist. Sorry. Anyway, it's between your left wrist and your right wrist, or your left hand and your right hand. Now, if you don't know the proper techniques and you're just leaning the bike more and more and more, and then, oh, I got my knee down, then chances are you're going to be doing what most people are doing, and even I'm still doing sometimes. I'm working on it. You're going to be competing for control of the handlebars. To lean your bike, you're going to counter steer, right? So you're basically going to push on or pull on the left side or the right side of the handlebars. Now, the thing about that is when you are in your lean, you need to decide which hand is the throttle hand and which hand is the steering hand. Because what you'll tend to do for new people is you'll tend to use both hands as steering hands, and then you have one hand doing double duty, throttle and also doing the steering. That's a bad idea. So you end up with this whole war thing, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. You might be wobbling and not getting the precision that you need in terms of holding your line. Another problem is throttle control. If you are using the same hand to do throttle and steering, then what can happen is you can affect or modulate, unintentionally modulate your throttle, which is not a good thing, right? Because using one hand to counter steer, to adjust your steering in the turn, that same hand is on the throttle. So when you move it around, you might move the throttle, therefore messing up your throttle control. So now you're in a turn, get a really powerful bike especially, and you're accelerating, decelerating, and all this kind of weird stuff. That's going to mess with your traction. It's going to mess with your line. It's going to suck. So what you want to do is ultimately you want to steer with the other hand. So the throttle hand, be just throttle. Steering is on the other side, right? So one hand steers, the other hand is loose and free to only adjust the throttle the way you want to, right? You only intentional throttle inputs, always, not just for leaning on the bike. In general, you always want to only do intentional throttle inputs. Sometimes people ride, but they're grabbing the throttle too tightly. They hit a bump and then woo, you know, that you don't want to do that, right? You want to make sure that you are very conscious of how much pressure you're applying through the throttle hand, right? So again, when you're leaning the bike on the hand that does not have the throttle, so the clutch hand, that's going to be your steering hand. So I'm making a left turn, I'm going to counter steer with that left hand bar, and I'm going to be leaning. My right hand is nice and loose, so all my body moving around is not messing with the throttle, right? So I have a lot of precision and control over my throttle, and my steering is not being, competing left hand, right hand, and all that kind of stuff going on. So for a right turn, it's a little bit more tricky. You can basically push on the left side and get into that lean, right? And then you want to keep the right hand nice and loose and only for intentional throttle input. So again, decide on which hand is doing what. Don't be doing steering on both handlebars when you're in a turn, right? And the main thing, I'll talk more detail about this in future videos, the main thing when you're dragging your knee, when you're getting a maximum lean angle, when you're trying to turn really, really sharp, what you want to do is you want to always be gentle and smooth. Nothing is aggressive and nothing is abrupt. Everything is smooth. You can be fast and smooth, that comes from experience, but you want to be smooth, smooth, smooth. Smooth on the throttle, smooth on as you're dipping into the turn, right? You don't want your body position moving all over the place and flopping all over the place and being really tight. You want to be very relaxed and you want to be very smooth as you are going through those turns. Now, if you want to learn how to really master turning on a motorcycle and much more, emergency braking, swerving, launches, all that kind of stuff, you definitely want to subscribe to your Fast Life Motorcycle channel, the most awesome motorcycle channel in the universe. And yes, that is the most awesome KTM RC 390, part of my dream bike series, bike number 2. I'm going to buy about 12 to 14 bikes in a year. I'm going through 10 years of bikes in 1 year. And if you want to know why, that sounds kind of crazy. A guy going back in time traveling. What would you do if you went back in time, knowing what you know now, and go through your riding career? Buying your first bike again, on your second bike, on your third bike. I'm doing that. You want to learn more? Subscribe to my channel. Smash that bell. I know you want to smash that bell. I know! Okay, that's a little bit too much. Anyway, smash the bell. Welcome to my channel. This is your Fast Life Motorcycle channel. Shout out to Chris Carter. Shout out to C. Kim. Shout out to 650 Eve. Yeah. This is your Fast Life. Ride safe. Ride safe, shiny side up, and see you guys soon. Boom. Why are you still here? Oh, you didn't click on the like button yet. Go ahead and do that, and click on the subscribe button, and yeah. Oh, yeah, smash that bell. Yay! Whoa, I'm getting dizzy. Oh, that was not a good idea. Wow. Okay. All right. Anyway, let me get the hell out of here because mosquitoes. Peace.